Mike here. Like I said, I spent the last, not full time, but the last, hour here, hour there, the last couple days, cleaning up my shop for some future products to view, and I stumbled across this box of brass. And what I'm doing here is I'm kind of sorting it. And I got my tumbler over here, and this has some corncob media in it. And I got some 9mm in here, corncob media. And I got some 9mm in here anyway. And I got some 357s I'm throwing in there. They're the same size, so I won't have the trouble of the brass getting inside the other brass. Like if you try to clean a 9mm and you clean a 40 at the same time, they tend to get stuck in here, and there's no way to get them out after that media got packed in there. So I don't have a 357. I don't know if I'll ever buy a 357, but I'll take this clean brass that I don't use to the local gun show, and I'll trade them. I'll resize it. Well, I can't even resize it because I don't have the die. The 9mm die might work just good enough to pop these burnt spent primers up. If you're a shooter and you like to shoot, it's some work and it takes a little while to learn, but there's nothing wrong with using some hand loads that you do yourself. One, because most of the time, if you have a good set of skills, which I do, and the powder Bible, as I call it, you can make you some pretty good hand loads. And I shot hand loads for the last 2 or 3 years, and I've never had a problem. Only problem I ever had was I accidentally picked up the wrong box of ammo, and I put a 40 in my 45. It didn't hurt my gun, but boy, it sure did swell out that casing quite a bit. But that's the only mistake, and that's my mistake. That's not even the ammo's mistake, or the powder, or anything like that. But what I'll do is I'll let this run here. I'll turn on my timer, and I'll let this run 30-40 minutes, and we'll see what the difference of the ammo looks already. Now this media, it's only good for so many cleanings. A lot of guys throw it away after the first cleaning, and some guys reuse it. Well, as long as it's still cleaning my brass, you can sure tell when it stops cleaning the brass good, because get all this brass clean, it normally takes about 4 hours, and sometimes I run at 6, sometimes I run at 8. My 2 dogs over there are fighting a little bit. They're playing, but we'll pause this video and I'll let it run for about 30 minutes, and we'll see what the difference is. For one, I'm trying to find another 9mm. I think I just skipped over a 357. There's a 357. See, that one's not incredibly dirty, but we'll see what the difference is here in about just 30 minutes. But let me pause this video, and I'll get back to you here in a few minutes. I do want to make a quick correction right here. This is a 38. My camera ain't focusing on it, but that's a 38 special. I thought they were 357s, but after looking a little bit closer, they're 38 specials, which I don't know if you can see it on this one. Let me just get it real close to the camera. No, it's not going to focus. But they're 38 specials. We'll continue to let this run for 30 minutes, and I'll show you the difference. I wanted to show y'all something else. See, this is a 45 Colt. They quit calling them long Colts a long time ago, but as you can tell, it's pretty dang oval. And you can take a pretty oval piece of brass like that and round it up a little bit with a pair of pliers, and then you can put it in the press and pull it back out, and now you got you know, a perfectly good shell to use. I'll probably run this one back through the die one more time, and you know, it knocks out the primer, it resizes it, and you know, long as it's not cracked or frayed real bad at the tip, it doesn't bother me a bit to reuse that piece of brass. I don't see no visible cracks or anything like that. So that's a good piece of brass you still can use.